Hello, good evening everyone. Today I will discuss about the derivation of Gibbs-Hemlois equation. The derivation, this Gibbs-Hemlois equation provides information about the temperature dependence of the Gibbs free energy. The derivation of this equation begins with the fundamental equation for Gibbs free energy, which is denoted by the letter G. Okay, differential equation will give dg is equal to minus dt plus v into dp. So this is a fundamental equation which we are going to start with the derivation, and using the relationship for an exact differential, we have dg upon dt at constant pressure will be equal to minus S. So here S is the entropy, T is the temperature, P is the pressure, V is the volume. So dg, change in free energy at change in temperature at constant pressure, will be equal to minus S. So substituting this result minus S is equal to into the equation of defining the Gibbs free energy, that is G is equal to H minus Ts, yields G is equal to H plus, so here minus sign, here minus S is equal to dg by dt at P. So minus into minus will become plus, T into S is substituted by dg by dt at P. So further dividing this equation by T, which will lead to G upon T plus H upon T plus dt and T gets cancelled, dg by dt at P. So this equation involves the partial derivative with respect to temperature of the quantity on the left side. So if you take the partial derivative of the left hand side, it will become dg by t upon dt at P, which will be equal to minus g upon t square. Okay, partial derivative at constant pressure by the quantity on the left side, that is g by t. So if you divide it, so it will become minus g by t square plus 1 upon t dg by dt at P. So this equation is the function of the, from this equation we know that G is the function of temperature. G is equal to G bracket temperature, that is the function of temperature. The product side was employed under the employed in order to evaluate the derivative of G by T. Factoring 1 upon T out from the right hand side of the equation number 5 yields D equal to G upon T, T dt at P equal to 1 upon T G by T plus delta G by delta P at pressure P. So substituting the relation for G by T from equation number 4. So equation number 4, here G by T equal to H upon T plus dg by dt at P. So if you substitute here, your equation will become 1 upon T equal to G by T plus dg by dt at P, 1 upon T minus H upon T square plus dg by dt at P plus dg by dt at P. So if you simplify, you will get delta G equal to G upon T to P is equal to minus H upon T square. This is the final form of the Gibbs-Hemlois equation. And another useful form of this equation can be given by considering the following derivative, which is also very important one. So if you want in terms of change in free energy, so it is given by delta G, G upon T, delta 1 upon T at P equal to minus T square, delta G, G upon T, delta T at P. So this equation number 8 is derived by the substitution of y1 upon T as dt by T square. Substituting the result for partial derivative from the right from the equation 7 leads to the primary form of Gibbs-Hemlois equation. dg by T d1 upon T at P is equal to H. Written in terms of change in free energy, the Gibbs-Hemlois equation will become d delta G upon T T1 upon T at P is equal to delta H. So exploring the temperature dependence of Gibbs free energy, we can give equation 10 is positive, so it is illustrated as like this: delta G upon T upon 1 upon T, where delta H, change in enthalpy, slope will be equal to change in enthalpy. It is in case of endothermic case, it will be greater than 0, whereas in exothermic case it is lesser than 0. This is how we can give the applications of Gibbs free energy. Thank you one and all.